Admin abuse is something that y'all probably are familiar with by now, and this is a concept that is being heavily utilized by games like Grow a Garden and Still a Brain Rot. And these games are just pushing admin abuse into the spotlight more and more, and a lot more people are paying attention to admin abuse, even if it's not in these two games, even if it's other games that are using admin abuse, especially on Roblox, then yeah, you'll see it everywhere pretty much. But you may wonder, why is it so successful? It's a fairly new concept in terms of Roblox games. Like, not many Roblox games have actually done something like admin abuse before. Yet these games here that are utilizing it and doing it every weekend are pulling in tens of millions of players. Why is that? Well, in this video, I'll just dive into a few of those reasons. Now, reason number one is a pretty obvious one. People are greedy. Now, if you love admin abuse, you probably just got offended when I said that. You're like, what the fuck? I'm not greedy. Fuck you. And you may think you're not, but you really are. And every single person, no matter how humble you are of a person, no matter what you stand for, everything, every single person in them has a little bit of greed paired with a bit of FOMO that they feel if they don't go to these events. Every single human has felt FOMO at one point, which, if you don't know what that is, it's the fear of missing out. And so, what will happen is in these admin abuses, the developers and the admins and everybody that's in charge of the game, and then spawn in a bunch of stuff. Basically, give the entire player base free shit. And when there's like something that happens in a human's brain or whatever, when we hear the word free, we're like, okay, free shit, I'm there. So that's one part of it. Right. That's one, like, that's a really big part of it there. And then when you see stuff, especially with social media, when you see people post about the admin abuse that happened and like all the good stuff they got from it, and you didn't go, then you feel really bad about yourself. And you're like, damn, I wish I would have went there because I could have gotten a bunch of free shit. And so next time you go, and then you actually get a bunch of free stuff, and then you feel really, really good about yourself. And so there you go. This is why admin abuse has been growing as a trend. And this is also part of the reason why games like Grow a Garden have been able to get over 20 million players, is because of all these players just wanting free stuff. So even if you think you don't have a little bit of greed in your heart, you probably do. It's just human. And now the second thing is the overall like community bond. You may not really realize it. You may think you're just kind of there to get your stuff and then leave. But there's a community aspect to it as well. Go onto YouTube, for example, and you'll see people like Creekcraft who are streaming these events or whatever and bringing it to a larger audience, which is not only funneling traffic to these games and getting them more players, but it's also just adds to the overall experience of it. Like, if you have his stream up on another screen or whatever and you're playing it at the same time, you're seeing his reactions to the crazy stuff and then you're getting the crazy stuff as well. And it's this indirect kind of community bond that we're feeling here, which also is very, very rewarding for the people that are playing the game. And then I guess the third final reason is the fact that there is an update right after. So it's like, well, I have this admin abuse stuff going on, then I get to play new content right after on the same game. And that's why a bunch of players stick for the update. That's why they do it right before updates as well. It's a perfect way to keep players in and engaged, and overall just works really, really well. And then they'll take it even one step further and hold admin abuse wars. Remember, like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, when Grow Garden and Steal a Brain Rot, the two biggest games on the platform, held a admin abuse war? Yeah, that was ridiculous. That was the day that Roblox peaked at like 42 million players, I think. It was ridiculous. That was the day that that happened, and the reason being is because the players knew it was going to be crazy. It was the biggest rivalry on Roblox from the biggest two devs on the platforms, the biggest rivalry. And yeah, there was just a lot of free stuff that was going to be out there. So people were like, yep, I'm there. I got to see this. And it's essentially just that FOMO thing kicking in. And that is essentially all it really is. And this is how admin abuse has just taken over the platform. It's essentially just people wanting free stuff, and it's just an easy way to get it. And it's a fun way to get it through the community. And yeah, these games are very, very smart for adding stuff like this into their games. They're very, very smart. I mean, they even do this sometimes twice a week. Like Steal a Brain Rot did Taco Tuesday admin abuse. Like no games on Roblox have anything going on Tuesday, which is really, really smart. So that way, if they do an admin abuse, then they're going to get a lot of players because people are looking for something else to do on Tuesdays, maybe after school. And it's just perfect, you know? It's absolutely perfect. So, yeah, that's essentially it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about admin abuses and stuff like that. I personally think they're fun when I show up to them. They're just kind of early in the morning for me. So, I don't show up to them too often, but there you go. That is going to be it for this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.